Sound of gentle, rhythmic grinding followed by the clinking of a ceramic cup. Warm, inviting tone. Imagine a place carved from solid rock, a city of monolithic churches standing for nearly 1,000 years. This is Lalibela, in the heart of Ethiopia, a place that feels like it's suspended in time. It was here, tucked away in the shadows of these ancient wonders, that I met a woman who showed me the true meaning of coffee. Her name was Alem. She wasn't a barista in a trendy cafe. There was no gleaming espresso machine, no menu of complicated drinks. Her cafe was the earth itself, a simple woven mat laid out under the shade of a gnarled old acacia tree, and her tools were as ancient as the land around her. A charcoal brazier, a clay pot called a jebena, and a handful of green, unroasted coffee beans. I sat down, and the first thing she did was offer me a warm, genuine smile. No words were needed. She began the ceremony. First, she took the green beans and gently washed them. Then she placed them in a small, long-handled pan and held it over the glowing charcoal. Slight pause, tone becomes more descriptive. And then the magic started. She began to roast them, shaking the pan with a steady, rhythmic motion. The air filled with this incredible aroma. It wasn't just the smell of coffee, it was earthy, smoky, and sweet all at once. The beans started to pop, a sound like tiny, muffled fireworks transforming from pale green to a rich, oily dark brown. Once they were roasted to perfection, she brought the pan over to me. This wasn't just to show me, it was for me to inhale, to take in the full, glorious scent of the freshly roasted beans. It was an offering, a moment of connection. Next, she took a wooden mortar and pestle and began to grind the beans by hand. The sound was a deep, percussive thud. 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 A rhythm that seemed to echo the heartbeat of Lalibela itself. There was no rush, every movement was deliberate, full of grace and purpose. She carefully spooned the coarse grounds into the jebena, added water and set it directly onto the embers. As it heated, she lit a stick of incense, its fragrant smoke curling up and mingling with the aroma of the brewing coffee. Time seemed to slow down. There were no phones, no distractions, just the quiet ritual unfolding before me. When the coffee was ready, she performed the pour. This is a skill in itself. Holding the jebena high, she poured a thin, steady stream into a small, handleless ceramic cup, or sini, without spilling a single drop. The dark, fragrant liquid filled the tiny cup. She handed it to me. I took a sip. It was profound. Strong, yes, but also incredibly smooth, with complex notes of spice and fruit and that hint of smoke from the charcoal. It was unlike any coffee I'd ever tasted. It wasn't just a drink, it was a story in a cup. Alam then poured a second and then a third cup, each one a little weaker but still full of flavor. With each pour, we sat in comfortable silence, watching the world go by, connected by this simple, ancient ceremony. In that moment, I realized coffee in Ethiopia isn't about a quick caffeine hit. It's about hospitality. It's about community. It's a ritual that says, "You are welcome here. Sit with me. Let's share a moment." It was a 5-minute-long process that felt like a lifetime of tradition. A lesson in mindfulness and human connection, all taught by a woman with a gentle smile and a clay coffee pot, in the timeless city of Lalibela.